So do you want to start out by introducing yourself?
Yeah, sure. I'm Andre Thibodeau, and I study Management Information Systems at Eastern Washington right now. So, yeah.
Perfect. And what got you interested in MIS?
I was in computer science originally, trying to do like video game design, which is like living the dream or whatever, but I decided that it wasn't really a good fit for me. And so when I went to my advisor to like ask for like suggestions or whatever, and I told him I still wanted to work with computers, and he was like, well, try this like in the business field. So he transferred me over, and it just sort of clicked a bit faster.
What is the difference between computer science and MIS?
Well, I mean, when I was studying computer science here, it's really focused on the computer side of it, and so that's really all you're kind of doing. And so whereas with management information systems, it's coming from a business perspective, so you have to take the whole business core and everything. And so for me personally, it felt like a bit better, well-rounded, I guess, and so that was more appealing to me because I sort of wanted to, I guess the business side is something that I'm trying to get into. So
how do you feel about MIS in the field right now?
I mean, I feel like it's something that's necessary to do a lot of business, maybe not so much service business because services are sort of harder to quantify, but definitely for like manufacturing or if you're doing like retail or anything like that where you're moving commodities a lot. Database and like managing a database is really a useful way to keep track of that information.
And is that something that you want to do, is like be a database
Yeah,
manager?
definitely. And that's kind of the only positions I've really looked at is sort of either database like administrator or like technician kind of thing where you're sort of just maintaining the database as a sort of a place to start because like starting an administrative position is a bit of a lofty goal or whatever, you know, but I don't know, like I admire like Costco, and I imagine that they must have like extensive databases to keep track of all the different kinds of products that they have, so that would be somewhere I would love to like be able to land one day. But
definitely.
Yeah.
And where do you see this field going in the future, developing into?
I mean, I see it as a mainstay. Like I don't really see it going anywhere unless like becoming more and more necessary as more things sort of move online. I think it's going to continue to be instrumental to running a business.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
All right, hi everybody. My name is Yasser Jazairi. I'm majoring in accounting, a possible minor in MIS, with the hopes of getting a master's in law.
So you're minoring MIS.
Yes.
So what interested you in MIS?
MIS is a relatively new field. It's relatively young. There's a lot of potential for it to grow and dominate the business world as well as the managing sector. Accounting is becoming more and more technologically based. There's a lot of programs for it. There's a lot of new applications there, where the human element is becoming more and more limited. We're just there to make sure it works, and we're just make sure to troubleshoot, and the program's taking care of everything. Within the next 5 to 7 years, if not before that, accounting programs are going to get interrelated with management information system programs because it's all about risk management. It's all about data analysis, and it's all about projections. And a big part of the accounting field is that. So there's a lot of growth element for it, and so I don't have to go back to school in 5 years, kind of like what a lot of people are doing now. I want to bite the curve and get started early.
Do you have any plan for your future career which is related to MIS?
Currently, I don't see that happening yet. Within the accounting field, there's a big struggle between maintaining the United States status for accounting, where they're using GAAP, as opposed to implementing it onto World Spectre, where the international market uses a specific program and the United States uses its own program. The current focus within the industry is to merge those two together. Once that happens, there's going to be a huge demand for information programs to ease the transition into one another and to increase the productivity of the accounting field. So within the next 3 years, once that interjection happens, there's going to be a high demand for it.
As far as MIS expansion in the future goes, I believe we're always going to need a tech person. We're always going to have businesses, and those two coordinated together. I believe it's going to be a huge position in the future. And it's funny you asked that because I was just reading a magazine earlier today, and it said the job growth is expected to be higher within 5 years in 73%, which is a big deal. So yeah.